Is the Damian Lillard trade to the Miami Heat dead? We'll unpack that on today's video. And is James Harden going to play in China this upcoming NBA season? Let's unpack it as you're watching Chat Sports NBA Now. I'm your host, Marshall Green. But before we do, I need everyone to hit that big red subscribe button because my boss, James Yoder, he said, Marsh, we're about to cut off the NBA content here on Chat Sports unless we can pick up 20 more subscribers. So I need 20 people to hit that sub button. Help me out so I don't lose my job. First, let's get into the Dame Lillard trade rumors, or really the lack thereof when it comes to the trade rumors, because it seems like as we're in the month of August, which is the offseason, within the offseason of the NBA, there's not much going on. This report coming out that the Blazers are still not interested in making a Damian Lillard trade with the Miami Heat. And they've pretty much been consistent with that, dating back to when the NBA season ended and the NBA champions, the Denver Nuggets, hoisted the trophy. The Blazers, they never have wanted to do a deal with the Heat. They're not fans of Tyler Hero, and they don't really like the package that they can put together. But it's when Brian Windhorst said this on ESPN just a couple of days ago when I was like, this actually might not happen. Quote, Adrian Wojnarowski reported the 76ers have ended trade talks involving James Harden. What I would say ended what trade talks? I don't think there's any active trade talks in the NBA right now. Certainly not active for Dame Lillard, and I don't think there's anything active for Harden going on right now. This is getting interesting because this is honestly what happened last summer with the Knicks and Donovan Mitchell has pretty much repeated itself, and now it's between the Heat and Damian Lillard. But we know as NBA fans that trades, and especially blockbuster trades, don't really happen in the month of August. The actual last time an All-Star was traded in the month of August was in 2012 when Dwight Howard was traded from the Magic to the Lakers. Why? Because every NBA owner is at home enjoying themselves because it's the offseason within the offseason. We know Dame Lillard is a special player, though. And if the Heat are able to add him and pair him alongside Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo, they're going to be once again one of the best teams in the Eastern Conference. There's not many players walking this earth that can average 32 points per game to go with 7.3 assists, while also being extremely efficient. 37% from three and 46% from downtown. The Heat are going to have to up their offer, though, if they want to add Damian Lillard to this franchise. Maybe throw in a Caleb Martin, Kyle Lowry, and a Tyler Hero, and multiple first-round picks and multiple pick swaps. But even then, I'm not sure if the Blazers are going to want to send the future Hall of Famer, honestly, to be a member of the Heat. Game of chicken and mouse right now. Who's going to be, is that the word, chicken and mouse? Rat and mouse? Cat and mouse? One of those terms. You know what I'm talking about. That was weird. Who's going to budge first, though? I don't know. What about this? Will Dame Lillard play for the Miami Heat? Is he going to be a Heatle? What do you think? Type Y for yes, type N for no, because you're about to get with the YouTube ad break, and you should take advantage of it by scrolling down and letting me know what you think. Let's close out the show talking about maybe the weirdest piece of news that has come across the wire in the NBA offseason. Is James Harden really thinking about giving up the NBA career and going to play in China for the Guangdong Tigers, or whatever that team is called? Yes, James Harden talked about playing in China. He's been over there the past couple of weeks, and he's a fan favorite over there. You've seen the clips on Twitter. If you haven't, you can go check them out on my Twitter. I've retweeted them. It is an absolute zoo when he is out in public. Everyone is surrounding him. Everyone's bombarding him. He's a great over there, and for good reason. He's been a really accomplished NBA player. But is he done in the NBA and wanting to play in China? This is what Harden said. Every time I come here, the love is just like, it's crazy. You know what I mean? So I feel like they deserve to actually see me come play here. Love is always crazy. What's always surrounding Harden is drama. Every single year, every single offseason. Forced his way out of Houston. It was mandatory he had to be traded to the Nets. Then he forced his way out of Brooklyn. And then he went to go play with the Sixers. And now he's done with the Sixers. Just always something with the beard. This is what James Harden most recently said about his current general manager and Daryl Morey. Not very nice things. Quote, Daryl Morey is a liar, and I will never be a part of an organization that he's a part of. Well, you are right now. Let me say that again. Daryl Morey is a liar, and I will never be a part of an organization that he is a part of. What does Harden want is my question at this point. I think he wanted to go back to Houston and take his jersey out of the rafters in the strip club and go back to donating to the city, but the Houston Rockets didn't want him. Ime Udoka didn't want him. He wanted professionals, he wanted adults, and he wanted people that could be held accountable. James Harden has never been able to be held accountable. He's on a great team right now in the East. I don't get it. Why does he want to leave? I guess because Daryl Morey is a liar. He isn't the same guy anymore when you're talking about the player and the production that he gives you. He can't score 30 points every single night like he used to when he was the MVP of this league and won the scoring title. Still a solid player, though, right? 21 points per game, 10.7 assists, 6 rebounds. Not a lot of people can average 27 and 6. And then he's also up to 38% from downtown. But it's the lack of success that he's had in the playoffs that's concerning for me. It felt like it against the Boston Celtics in the conference semifinals this year. Really good one game, absolutely terrible. Good, bad, good, bad. He's up and down, he's up and down. Lack of consistency, and quite frankly, effort on defense makes me question if a team is ever going to give up the assets required to trade for James Harden. We have some chat sports stats to look at. Harden averaged 13.5 drives to the basket per game last season, 10 fewer than he did 5 seasons ago. He scored fewer points off those drives than he had since 2013. A career low, 25% of his shot attempts came at the rim. You know, that's a big difference in his game. Also this, Second Spectrum tracks a stat called blow-by rate, a measurement of how often a ball handler dusts his defender off the dribble. In his last full season in Houston, Harden blew by his defenders 10.1 times for 100 drives. Last season in Philly, that rate went all the way down to 3.7 drives per 100 possessions. He's not the same guy. He's not an MVP candidate. He's not the best point guard or best facilitator in the league anymore. The 76ers are in a tricky spot. Do you trade him? Do you bring him into camp when he said he's not going to report and he doesn't want to be here and he called the general manager a liar? It is going to be an interesting couple of weeks surrounding Harden and the Sixers. If they do trade him, I think there's a couple destinations right there that he could go to. I don't think the Knicks make all that much sense. The Clippers do. The Heat, if they lose out on Dame, could make some sense. Could they really try to pair him alongside Dame Lillard? I don't know. These two right here, though, seem like the most likely destinations if Daryl Morey does move on from the former MVP. You predict it, though. Let me know. Where will James Harden, where will the beard play next season? Let me know down in the comment section. Remember, subscribe to Chat Sports if you want more NBA content. I love doing these NBA videos, but if we don't get to 20 subs, looks like I'm getting the axe. So help me. Let's go. Hit that sub button.